Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Tuesday night. It is November 28th, 2023. As I record this, it is 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time. The time just gets away from us, doesn't it? The night is just gone before you know it, right? I have several things to cover here. Airline madness. What is going on airlines? Also, are the mandates coming back? You know what I mean? Plus, while we have been distracted, the situation across our southern border continues to get worse. I'll go into a little bit of that, some other updates here to give you. I also have a very good passage that I will share towards the end, so do stay tuned for that. But first, real quick, continue to send or put in the comments your prayer requests because we are praying for you. Okay, there's a lot of folks dealing with a lot of different things, a lot of illnesses, people are sick or dealing with all kinds of things. So put it down there and we will, as an online community, we will pray for you. Okay. All right. First thing, I wanted to share a little bit of this list here. This was interesting. I saw this earlier today. It says, where are the millennials? Where are the millennials moving to in the United States? And millennials, again, those adults between the ages of 25 and 44. So as far as the year 2022, this is where the towns and states where they moved the most. All right. Number one, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Number two, Santa Clara, California. Number three, Seattle, Washington. Four, Sunnyvale, California. Number five, Denver, Colorado. No thanks. Arlington, Virginia came in at number six. Number seven, Bellevue, Washington. Eight, Killeen, Texas. Nine, Austin, Texas. What's going on in Texas, y'all? Texans, let me know. And number 10, of course, Georgia had to be in there. Of course. Number 10, Sandy Springs, Georgia. Now, I know Sandy Springs. It's been a while since I've been through Sandy Springs, but if you just heavily desire a lot of traffic, a lot of people, go there. Just move there. See how you like it. But apparently, it's popular, I guess, with millennials. But that was interesting. Share your thoughts on that. That should be interesting. Also, y'all, United States taxpayers pay $451 billion per year for housing and care of illegal migrants. I can't find words for that. I really can't. At least not words that I can say here. We need a tea party on steroids, y'all, or something. Something. I, mm, Hard to find words on that, y'all. The United Nations, our friends, and the United Nations are set to call on Americans to reduce their meat consumption because of quote unquote climate change. So you're eating too much meat out there, y'all. It's causing climate change. No, it's a big no for me. In fact, just reading that makes me want to get a little more of it and have a big old barbecue grill out. I think I'll do that. Nope, nope, nope. Makes me want to do it more. I'm seeing more masks. I'm seeing more masking or face coverings uh, around town and out in my adventures every day. That's interesting. China. China brings back mask and social distance mandates. I saw this story today. They are still struggling with that mystery illness. Pneumonia is hitting children and youth harder than adults. It says their hospitals are still overwhelmed, especially in the northern part of the country in Beijing. But this is they're saying a chilling echo of the lockdowns have passed over this mysterious outbreak. And you know, they're saying that this is continuing. What they're dealing with over there now is because of just winter bugs, the seasonal flus and things like that. Also, the resistance came down as far as people not having enough resistance built up from all these lockdowns they've had over the past 3 years. That might be the case. It's hard to say for sure, but then again, who knows what to trust? What they say, and we don't. We really don't. And that goes for that WHO and all those other little agencies, lettered agencies. We don't trust them. Put the UN in there too. Heck no. Who's next for that? Are we going to see that in Europe? Or are we going to see it here? Remember, remember to stand your ground. Stand your ground hard. All right. Be prepared. That's probably gonna come. I'd say there's a good likelihood that that will happen. Right. Especially in the year we're in. We're going into 2024. You know what happens in 2024. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Hundreds of illegal migrants have continue to flood and take over the San Diego airport. Quote unquote, no place to go. California shelters are filled to capacity with the state's homeless crisis. They have a homeless crisis anyway. Taking away just the migrant crisis, that they have a homeless crisis for citizens. The mayor of the town said that California made it uncriminal to be homeless in California. So we have a crisis, a double crisis. We have an illegal migrant situation and the homeless stacked on top of each other. And they said hundreds have just taken over this airport. Unreal. I don't think we've seen anything yet on this. I think this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's just going to get a lot worse. I also saw a report where a BNSF railway train in Mexico was heading towards the southern border of the United States, had just hundreds, if not more, legal migrants riding on top of the train, heading towards the southern border. They're just going to keep coming. I mean, it's pretty much wide open. I mean, why not? Right? They said that San Diego has had over 42,000 flood in the past 2 months, y'all. In the past 2 months, 42,000. That's a pretty high number, y'all. I could, especially in the warmer climates, this will be an issue that will keep being a problem. It will keep on going and get worse, I believe. This mayor went on to say that he started getting on to the officials too. He said the Governor Newsom has done nothing, no help at all, no factor. Also, this little dude, Mayorkas, the guy who runs the Department of Health of Homeland Security, nothing. He ragged on him too. Nothing, no help, doing nothing to solve this at all. Just let it happen. So the mayor was very frustrated too. So I guess so. I mean, this is going to continue to be an issue. It is going to impact this country. It really is. It already is. But not just in these border towns. It's going to be everywhere. So this continues to be an issue. It really does. Airline madness. If y'all flown lately, chime in what you've seen. Was it a good experience, bad experience? I just see story after story, and it's every day of some crazy stuff happening on airlines. And it's all the airlines. It's not just one or two. It's all of them. I mean, it's anything from fights to people opening up the emergency doors. I saw one while ago that was sitting on the runway. It hadn't taken off yet. And some guy just opens the door and jumps off onto the tarmac, I guess. I mean, but it's mostly fights and people just going nuts on there and having to be taken off and this and that. It's crazy stuff. I've not flown in a long time, in years. I did in my younger adult years more often, some with work, but now when I was a teenager, we made some trips to Germany to see family. And I remember, and even as older, as a younger adult, taking some trips, and they were everything went fine And especially when I was a teenager, it was a different experience. You really had to dress. People dressed up or dressed decently. It's not like, not necessarily like you go to church back then, but you put on clothes, clean clothes, and you looked good, right? I mean, we had to wear shoes, not just flip flops or tennis shoes. We had to wear shoes. And we didn't go in shorts and a t-shirt, nothing like that. We didn't carry silly stuff. I mean, it was like business. It was just a different thing, a different time, a different, people behaved much. I mean, it was peaceful, and these long flights like to Europe, pretty quiet. I mean, you had a kid every now and then that act up, but they would serve real meals. Everything was nice. You had a lot of room. Now, it's a totally different experience. It's like it's like a symptom of how our society has decayed and declined so much. It's really sad. It's really sad. It's like people have lost their minds, and they especially lose their minds on an airplane. Maybe it's because they're closed in or something. I don't know. I mean, I don't get it, but it's the only way I can explain it is the decay, the decline of our society. It's really something. Let us know though. Chime in if you've flown, especially recently, and what was that experience like? That might be interesting to hear. All right, I'm going to move on to the passage today from Psalm. Psalm chapter 12. Towards the end of the chapter, verses 5 through 8 says, "Because the poor are plundered, because the needy groan, I will now arise, says the Lord. I will place him in the safety for which he longs. The words of the Lord are pure words, like silver refined in a furnace on the ground, purified 7 times. You, O Lord, will keep them. You will guard us from this generation forever. On every side the wicked prowl, as vileness is exalted among the children of man." That last verse. On every side the wicked prowl, as vileness is exalted, lifted up among the children of man. It seems that way nowadays with behavior and just the society. It's like the wicked certainly are on the prowl, and vileness is exalted. The bad behavior is elevated. It's celebrated, and things that we would have never dreamed of hearing about just a few years ago are made to be, from the media, are made to be normal now, which is insane. It's crazy. But anyway, share your thoughts on that. Let's keep preparing though. Let's keep look at your preps and shore them up. Rotate them, see what you got, do an inventory, and you probably have some holes somewhere. Just do what you can to keep up, not busting your budget or anything. Just every time you go out, grab a little something, do something every day to keep that prep up. Okay, that way it doesn't bust your budget. So anyway, just be careful out there. Let's be aware and stay safe. God bless you. I'll see you soon.